we send out our students to the field and to try to look for business opportunity, okay, and to study from the real problem. Next. And in this session, our students went to the field and see this kind of problem and try to study what would be an appropriate package for coconut sugar. Let me have them talk about this.
Okay, so before going to deeper about our presentation, well, let me just tell you guys why we came up with this kind of study. Back to last year, we were assigned to go to the Wat Sanjia market, which is, our job was to find a way to solve our problem that we have found. And then surprisingly, all of us, we noticed that there are so many vendors that sell the coconut sugar at that market. And then we decided to go and interview those sellers, asking them about why there are so many coconut sugar selling theirs and whether they can make the high salaries, because there are a lot of competitors at the market, selling the same product, the same package. And then the answer that we found is what we expected. They told us that it was very hard for them to get the high salaries because everybody, most of the people, they are selling the coconut sugar with the same. And sometimes it depends on their luck. If the customers see their coconut sugar first from their vendor, so then the customer will buy the coconut sugar from them. So from that point, we just feel like we have to do something. We have to help them. So then we try to came up with, the study that can be able to help them, which is the study of the coconut sugar package. And of course, the problem that we have found at the market was not the only one. We also found many places that sell the coconut sugar package that has a package that is not attractive at all. Some coconut sugar has been packed in the plastic bag or the aluminum container. And with the plastic bag, of course the package is not attractive, and the plastic bag is not durable to preserve the coconut sugar itself, and also it's had a low ability to protect the sugar against the insects. Similar with the aluminum container, the coconut sugars that had been packed in the aluminum container can be contaminated with zinc and nickel, and the research showed that these substances can affect the respiratory systems of the humans and also to cause the breast cancer, and several else can affect the Alzheimer's dementia. Therefore, we decided to come up with these kind of studies, and our purpose of this study is to increase the local product sales and also make the package more attractive, since we believe that the product package will be seen in the first place, which will influence consumer expectations and can encourage them to buy the product as well. Okay, so moving on to the literature reviews that we have found. Well, there are three characteristics that make the product package attractive. First is the shape of the product. We found that according to the previous study, the researcher told us that different shapes of the product convey different meanings, and the consumers are more likely to perceive the product with a round shape more than the angular shape, because the round shape convey more positive meanings such as friendliness and harmony. Okay, so the second characteristic that make the package appealing is color. According to Justin, the researchers state that the package color can enhance the attractiveness from the customer. And if the color of the package can catch the consumer eye, that can be important to make the product more appealing as well. Moreover, the research also states that consumers tend to perceive the cool tone colors such as greens for a healthy product. And last but not least, another characteristic that will make the product attractive is the identity of the package.
Now, so we will focus on the instrument that we use in this paper. So our team decided to use two instruments, which is online-based self-complete questionnaire and interview to collect the data from the participants. So first, let's focus on the survey. We choose this instrument because it allows the participants to have more time to make decisions on each question properly, and it also allows us, the researcher team, to collect the data from diverse areas compared to detailed survey paper, and last but not least, time and cost saving. The survey consists of two parts, which are general information and the consumer preference on characteristics of coconut sugar. The first part, we ask about their gender, age, income, occupations, and also the frequency of using coconut sugar. And the second part is about the preference on the color of coconut sugar package, such as the material that they want us to use, the color that they prefer, or the properties of the product. Okay, so moving on to the two instruments. The next instrument is interview. We have selected 20 interviewees based on their past experience using coconut sugar, and the interview consists of 5 questions, which mostly about the preferences of the coconut sugar package and also their recommendations that they want us to improve into the better way. So here is the information of our participants. There are 524 participants. 69.5% are female, while 30.5% are male. Majority of participants are in the age between 29 to 39 years old, and almost half of them were married. The average income of the participants were more than 50,000 baht per month, and more than half of them were workers, including government officers, private sector employees, business owners, and freelancers. Okay, so here is the state that we use to analyze the information. First, we gather the information from 15 to 21st of November 2018, and then we enter the data from 524 participants to SPSS program, and then we use that result to analyzing it. So before we go into the detail, I would like you to look at the screen. Which one do you prefer most, the round package or the angular package? Anyone that prefer round package, please raise your hand.
Anyone?
Okay, so anyone that prefer angular package, please raise your hand. Okay, so whether that is quite interesting because of what we found from 524 participants. They prefer round shape of the package more, and about the package transparency, I would like to ask you the same question. Anyone that prefer clear package, please raise your hand. Okay. So for the turbid one, anyone? No.
Turbid, that means you can see a little bit your product inside, but for opaque, that means it's below. You can't see that.
So anyone that prefer turbid? No. And for the opaque one? Okay, for the opaque one, please raise your hand. Well, so most of you prefer the clear material, so which are congruent with our survey answer, because majority of them also agree on having clear material also as well. And for the material that they want us to use is grass. And majority of them also agree on having 3/4 of the product, of the side of the level of the product. And for the graphic design, 89.1% of participants agree that they want coconut sugar package to have better relate graphic design on the package. And for the proper weight that they think is most suitable is 250 grams. And last but not least, the color of the package. Majority of the package that the color should be in bright green shades.
Alright, so moving on to the finding from the interview, we have found that majority of the participants, which is considered to be 75% of them, suggest that the material of the package should be glass because it seems to help to extend the quality of the sugar and prevent it from undesirable insects such as ants. And the graphic